So the core idea behind starting Rezo was to, enable large enterprises have like a very effective communication with their customer base. So that was the whole context. And then not only use voice and WhatsApp and human to do that communication, but power that with solid data. See, data and analytics is very, very core for Rezo primarily. It all depends which startup is leveraging what. But for us, that's the very core premise because we have built the whole engine, right? The communication platform that we have built, we have primarily built it with powering the data. So data to an extent that, for example, if I'm calling you, I would know what kind of a person are you, what time you pick up the call, what language do you talk, what kind of offers can I pitch you, what would you typically latch on to. So I have that whole persona built for you. So it's not that I'm just doing an ad hoc calling in an attempt that you will pick up my call and have a communication. We want to have a very effective communication. So human-like conversational chatbot, when we are doing very more than a human-like, very effective sort of communication, because what we are trying to do is when the communication is on, we are able to cull out a lot of elements from there. Elements in the sense, what's the sentiment like, what's the emotion like, what is he buying, wanting to buy, tentatively bases the language, the verbatim that the customer is typing in. Is it a hot lead? Is it a warm lead? So you cull out anything and everything. Once you look at the data, you cull all of the spectrum out and basically bring that out in the world. It's a human-like chatbot because the way a human would have identified the conversation and would have taken certain calls, it's that what we are trying to relate to. See, a lot of, you need to have very controlled model, and we do more than the chat, we do voice. So the models have to be very, very controlled in the sense, it shouldn't be that I am pitching a borrower something and I parallelly start to sell pizza, right? So the models have to be very controlled. If you let the model talk what it wants to talk, right, the conversation could go haywire and it could be a large penalty to the enterprise. So the models have to be very controlled. The communication has to be very effective. What you want to communicate is the crux, and that is what you bring on the table.